Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Fate Podcast, where we discuss film, anime, television, and other forms of entertainment. I am your host, Elijah, and we also have my co-host here, Sam. Sam, how you doing today, man?
Oh man, I'm very excited for today. Very,
Bro,
very excited.
bro, I'm too excited for today, bro. The what we're gonna talk about. I've been waiting for it for a while. We're waiting for. I've been waiting for it for a while. You have any shows you want to recommend to the audience before we start?
My quick one, Station 11, the new miniseries on HBO Max.
Mm-hmm.
Quick synopsis of plot. It's like it follows like the lives like a few people, and they live in a post-apocalyptic world where a mutated version of the flu wipes out most of the humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like something with like the main story, and then there is a graphic novel within the show that is also called Station 11 that is somehow tied to it and playing out in real time as well. So crazy sci-fi show. It's really interesting and it's really good. I recommend it.
Where can you watch it at?
HBO Max or
HBO
just
Max?
HBO.
It's brand new.
It's pretty new. I think it just finished up, but yeah, it's just a mini series, 10 episodes, and it's been really good.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I don't have any recommendations because I've been watching Demon Slayer like all week. So yeah, guys. So and you already know what we're going to talk about. Today is Demon Slayer season 2. And it ended last week, and goodness grief, that season was amazing. Like, you don't get a lot of seasons where, the first season was amazing and the second season went even harder. And what you don't really get a lot of that in movies, TV shows, especially anime. And we love anime. But season 2 of Demon Slayer Entertainment District arc, they amped up the animation, the fighting scenes, the characters arc, everything, bro. It's just everything about this season was good. I mean, the only before I even talk about everything about this season was good. I'm gonna talk about the good stuff before I talk about the bad. But yeah, Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, love those characters, man. They're great, man. What do you think, bro?
Bro, that's like the trio, dude. That's the trinity for me, is those three. You I know you had recommended this show to me before once we got started with this,
Mm-hmm.
because I hadn't seen it yet. So I was pretty new to it just about last year, like late last year or something. Fell in love with it immediately. Tanjiro Kamado is like one of the best characters like I've ever like seen in any show, period. Like, like the Avatar's up there is like one of the best shows and like best characters ever. And like Tanjiro Kamado's got to be up there. Like he's underneath Goku and some others for sure, dude. You know what I mean? Like he's just the most tenacious, determined, epic character ever, man. Like he's just somebody everybody is rooting to lose, and that man just keeps coming at you with everything he has, and he just ceases to amaze you, and just, oh my god, like just him, and like the bond that he has with his sister Nezuko, and the bond that he's formed with Zenitsu and Inosuke, who is, by the way, my favorite character. Inosuke,
Yeah.
my god, what a dog. But yeah, like he really just, like, they hit their stride this season. Like the first season is like so great, and like I guess they did that, I don't know how to say it right, the Mugen Train, or
Mugen, I think, or if I'm pronouncing it, Mugen. train arc.
Mugen Train. But yeah, you know, they did the arc with that. But if you've seen the movie, it's the same.
Hmm.
And you know, that was epic. That, like, after the first season and the follow-up with that, that movie is amazing. That Set Your Heart Ablaze line is so badass. It gives me chills when I see that. And so it was really cool to kind of see a stark contrast of a different Hashira, this
This is
arc.
mhm,
You know, he was the sound Hashira, correct? You
correct.
know, flashy. The man was all about flash and you know, making an entrance. And I thought he was really interesting. A really, really cool kind of perspective of the Hashiras, or in perspective, I guess I mean like his take on leadership was very interesting.
Hmm.
Um, and you know, as far as story too, it was so great this season. One that certainly made Tanjiro reflect on his own life and his relationship with his own sister. Um, it was funny, it's heartfelt, it gets your blood pumping, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. I mean, this show just does everything, dude. It's just I can't stop talking about it. I recommend it to everybody.
No, I agree. Like, sticking with the characters, bro. Like, Tanjiro character is so different, bro. Like, he he realized what he needs to do, but he does it in like the purest, like, hey, it's no hard feelings type of way, bro. Like, hey, he realized, yo, you killed millions of people, so I'm gonna have to kill you. But you know, I'm not doing it, with anger or hate. I'm just doing it because I have to do it, bro. And the sympathy he has with demons, like it,
Yeah,
it
the
almost made me
empathy that the
pissed off.
character takes.
Yeah, but I understand, bro. He's just human. That's his heart. And if more people was like him, I'm pretty sure the world would be a better place, bro. Like, like I
Bro, yeah, I want to piggyback off the empathy thing because that's such a key part of his character, is
mhm.
that empathy that he carries. Because yes, he hates demons. He hates them and he knows he has to kill them. But he understands that layer underneath. That person that was lost whenever that happened, whenever they changed. He knows that there was someone there because he can smell it, dude. Like, that's the craziest thing. The dude can smell it. Like, he can literally sense the fact that there was someone there. He can sense that regret and sadness that the person carries. And for him to slay them and then proceed to forgive them is such a powerful thing, and is really something that I feel is probably like an underrated quality
Yeah,
of Tanjiro, even
I
though it's
agree.
like a very key characteristic for him.
The animation, I felt like the fighting scenes in um in this season, I mean, it was so flashy, but it felt all over the place for me, bro. Like I saw it. It was just like,
Mhm.
colors and lights. But I saw the fighting. I saw the way they dodged all their attacks in the slow-mo. And I felt like I was there and whatnot. Like,
Yes.
some animations, it's just too much. You can't even see. You can kind of see the too much CGI, too much whatever. But this animation, they did it well enough, whereas it was like, damn, like, wow. It reminds me of that. I mean, Dragon Ball Z probably. It reminds me when Dragon Ball Super, when Goku was fighting the fuse. I forgot, shit, Kel, Kabata or Camilla. I'm sorry, the fusion girls, whatever, and he did that Kamehameha. And he's just slided on the um, the blast to Kamehameha right in her face in Dragon Ball Super. That was a great animation scene, but I feel like in this, season for Demon Slayer, the whole season was like that, where the animation was just great.
It was stylish without being a mess.
Correct. The perfect. That's short and sweet, Sam.
Like I knew exactly what you were trying to say. Like they were doing all this crazy stuff, but like all the while, it doesn't distract you from the fight. It doesn't distract you from what is supposed to be seen. And like, dude, there's just so many moments where there's just so much happening. I mean, you know, by the time that the fight really kicks off, I mean, oh man, I was going nuts. Like, dude, there is multiple moments of this like arc where I legit like sprang out of this chair. It was just like, yeah, like just screaming and cheering, bro. Like this show gets me so hyped that like I could watch this show and then go blast out like a 3-hour workout. Easy. Like,
No.
and I would be playing the beginning of the show where he's training too, and he's about to cut that boulder in half. Like, dude, golly, this show gets me so hyped up.
Yeah.
That's exactly how the art style was. It was so great this season. It just because there was many really cool moments of, you know, Tanjiro changing his technique and, you know, even Zenitsu fucking stepping up, dude. Stepped up. And I mean, so did Inosuke, dude.
I think all of them stepped up. All of them stepped up to, like, they had to. They were facing upper 6 level demon, bro. So everyone had to...
these upper level demons, dude, are no joke. You know, for me too, like one thing I had to at least adjust with the show is like I've only seen it dubbed, and you know, it was only subbed on Funimation. Mm-hmm. So it took me a second to get used to like the voice cast of everything with that, but like once that kind of set in, it was all good. But I thought this one was really interesting because now you're kind of starting to see the same mannerisms that you got with Muzan Kibutsuji, which when the first time he runs into him, he's like, yo, he's got a wife, what? And a kid? And he's just like floored. Well, this one, she's right there. Like, she's not hiding. I mean, hiding in plain sight, but like, you know, she was one of those, what do they called it? The like head woman of houses. I can't even remember what they were called. Darn it. But like, it was just so crazy because she ends up being like an urban legend, you know?
Oh yeah, that type of thing. Yeah.
That was like a really cool thing, a part of the backstory of it. It was like eventually you find out about this urban legend of the town, and it's true, and it's her. And you know, it's, I mean, to a sidebar, pretty funny bit that they had to dress up as girls and go to these houses and stuff. That was just funny. Yeah, I really like that aspect just because it gave it this kind of mysterious sort of thing, because it's like, okay, it's got to be this lady, but like, what's the catch here? Like, what's going on? Like, how is she doing all this? And like, you know, the unraveling of all that was interesting. And I mean, and then the twist that she had a brother, that was like a really crazy thing, because now all of a sudden you have this other villain that's out of nowhere, and immediately he's a psycho. And my buddy had an interesting take. He was just like, that villain, like, or that demon, he was like, he reminded you of the Joker, right? Like, that's who I thought of. And I was like, you know, I didn't think of that, but I do get it. I do get how you say that. It was like a very demented Joker, where, you know, just like scratching himself.
Yeah.
Because he's like jealous with rage because they have something that he doesn't, and he wants it so bad. So it was so interesting.
Yeah, and to your point about the Joker thing, that's really interesting because, like, you know, when you watch the Joker, the rated R one, like everyone, he was a disappointment to everyone. No one believed in him. He was like the outcast. So yeah, that's a good comparison. But like the brother, man, he was like straight sinister, bro. Like he didn't care about your feelings or who you are. He was just, kill you for like no apparent reason, you know? And like you kind of see with the sister, Ducky, sh- you think she's powerful, but then like towards that end, like she cries most of the time. That's what little sisters do. So you kind of see like her human side, if you can say that, like reveal herself. Um, because she has to depend on her brother, and like she's not really as strong as her brother. So like the dynamic was pretty interesting. And also um you also saw the parallel of um Ducky and Gutaro, and you could kind of compare that to Toshiro and uh what's his
Nezuko.
name? I'm so sorry. Nezuko,
Nezuko.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Toshiro and Nezuko, you could probably compare those as parallel, because if they both became demons, I guess this was what happened to Toshiro, Nezuko and whatnot. So that's a good parallel to that. And
Yeah, I
uh
love that contrast. I thought that was really interesting because that was like, deep into the fight. That was something that really affected him, where he was like, this could have been me. Like
mhm.
this could have been me and Nezuko easily.
Now,
And he knows that, and he tries to have him feed off of that, like he tries to have him feed into that for a second to give into fear. And again, another kind of big device within the fight too was fear, at least for Tanjiro.
oh yeah, he had to learn quickly. Like he had to learn how to switch between the water style and the I know Kame style quickly to overcome his weakness in the fight. Like, and he was doing it with like a freaking deep cut. Like that's impressive. Like he stepped up big time. And also Nezuko stepped up, becoming Alpha Nezuko, growing into that adult version of herself, and give it a
Upper
smacking.
demon level, dude.
Yeah, like giving Ducky a smacking, bro. Like it was crazy. And I feel like,
I do want to know. I'm sorry. I
right,
do want to know though how she's able to do that though, dude. Like I don't like how is she able to have this much like energy and
power.
strength and stuff?
Hmm.
Yeah, all this power
Hey man,
without.
dude, they're only second season, bro. There's anime, they give you backstory after backstory, so you have to wait for that. It's
I
no,
know.
but I understand, because like I'm like, damn, where does Nezuko get all this power, bro? And to be honest, she fought upper six, and she could have won, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
So that put her maybe 5 or 4. I don't know if what you think. If the brother would have came out, she would won against the brother. No, I think so.
I think she probably stood a pretty good chance, but probably not by herself. Like I think she could take on one each, like solely, but I don't think she could do both at the same time. I don't
Mhm.
think she's there yet, but she would have held her own for sure, just because
Yeah.
like Nezuko is another character who's constantly you're underestimating, or at least like they have you to underestimate her a bit, but
And
she always just comes out swinging, dude.
yeah, and it kind of sucks because like they could have used her help. I mean, granted, let's talk about the final battle here. It was rough. Like they they were barely alive. Uh,
Oh,
Tanjiro, um, Yuzuki, freaking um, Inosuke, they were barely alive when they cut off the heads. So in my opinion, if they had her help, it would have been like that. But I understand why she had to revert back to her normal self.
yo, when that fight first began though, where he's just going against the girl, it was killing me. I was like, yo, where are these three idiots at, bro? Like, this fight is going on too long
I agree.
for him to be by himself. Like, where are you? And like that was one thing that frustrated me. I'm just like, where, dude, this town isn't that big. Like, it's not that big. You know where it is. It's loud as shit. Like that, like there's smoke, bro. You know where the fight is. Just jump over there now. He
Hey.
needs backup.
Hey, that flashy interest though, like when they came at the right time, they come at the right time.
Dude, straight up though. But yo, so Tanjiro, the fact that he didn't split open is like in a miracle in and of itself, dude.
Mhm.
Like, dude, I saw that gash and I'm like, yo, why is his shoulder not just open? Why is he just not open right here? Because that was mental, dude. I was losing it over that. Cause like what you know, like that, and he still's holding his own, ties the sword to his hands, and mixing up styles, which was epic because like almost plays into like the color of his sword, you know,
Mhm.
where it sort of is like undetermined for the user, which makes sense. Like it seems like his style's undetermined too. He seems to be a guy who can switch it, and that's not so that's a pretty crazy thing to do.
Yeah.
um and you know, even Zenitsu steps up, which of course he can only do when he's asleep for some reason.
Because he's a punk when he's awake.
Yeah, dude, straight up. And then Inosuke is the man, just the absolute fearless individual.
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely fearless. Just um and you know, okay, so like fast forward to whenever it's both of them at the same time. I mean, just you know, the moment of no hope, you know, as he's falling off the roof. Inosuke's been stabbed in the back. Uzuki, he's lost his hand. He's out from the poison. And I mean, just the rally back from every single individual. Zenitsu going Godspeed with his first form. And dude, just the whole scene of them just going absolutely beyond the point, and just the whole speech Tanjiro gives himself as he's trying to cut through his head, just
Uh-huh.
that he has to go further. It doesn't matter. Again, it goes back to what his character trait of what you said. It just like he knows what he needs to do, even when he can't do it,
Exactly.
which is always. He knows he can't do it, but he has to. No one else will do it. He has to. So
Yeah.
he just keeps going, I got to push beyond it. It doesn't matter. I have to go. Keep going. And the fact that they're just all on the same page and it all happens at the same time,
Yeah.
as soon as that snap happens of the heads flying, I am just screaming. I'm just, let's go. Just, dude. I mean, just the screaming and just the levels in which that he just rose to, that it, who knows when we'll even see that again.
Yeah.
I mean, for
No,
all of them,
no, you
like,
listen. Like you just hit it there, bro. Like the hopelessness you got, like, because they had an advantage, then they had a disadvantage. They had advantage, then a disadvantage. And then when everybody was just knocked out, I'm like, how can they come back from this? Like, but with two broken fingers, with Yuzuki have a freaking cut up arm. He's still fighting though, bro. He stopped the bleeding, still fighting with his freaking blades, using his freaking mouth like freaking Zoro, like that freaking crazy. Uh, and then Inosuke like talking about, oh, you didn't destroy my heart. Like I can move my body, whatever the case may be, coming out of the blue. It was like, bro, it was straight beautiful, bro. And then you like this to see them work so hard, and this fight basically lasted like 5, 6 episodes, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you
it
get a
was a
little,
long fight and it was
yeah,
interesting the whole time. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like,
That's a hard thing to do. Like normally you're like, okay, wrap it up. But like, and certainly there's points where you're like, oh man, I thought this fight was over, but you're still interested. Like it's still like you never were bored or nothing.
correct,
Nothing.
correct, bro. Like, so I think they did a well job, a great job with this season, man. And final thoughts, like who you like you saw Uzuki, the Sound Hashira, and Rengoku fight. Like who, what fighting style and what fight do you thought was the best to you?
Oh dude, Ren Goku.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
his stuff was too cool, man.
Yeah,
I like that guy a lot. I love that. Like it hurt my feelings so much for them to build up a love for this character so quickly and then just to like just take it away from you. I mean, like I said, dude, like that line is so tough to me. Set your heart ablaze. And he just like that's like what that shit was just dope. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just dope. I just
and
thought it was so special.
and you have to understand, you see, like you just saw like how strong the Hashiras are, bro, and you have no idea. Like, can you think about the other Hashiras in there, like their abilities? What can they do? Like, to be honest, like Rengoku and Yuzuki, they're. I'm not saying they're the weakest Hashiras, but
Compared to the other ones,
compared to the other ones, bro, you're gonna see in the future Hashira, in the
wow.
future seasons, bro. Especially and on top of that, same thing with the upper demons, bro. Like the upper
Dude,
demons.
this almost makes me want to just read the manga, honestly, just because like I needs to know. Like I
No, no,
have
no. Now, I mean, if you want to spoil yourself, that's fine. But like, uh, watching the anime, just wait for it, bro. I mean, if you can't
yeah,
wait,
I
go ahead.
should. Yeah, we'll see if I get impatient and decide to read it.
But
But it's just like the like wanting to know just like more of like it be immersed in the world, you know. Like
Mhm.
I bought the video game and it's literally just like, you know, replaying the first season. But
Yeah,
like, you know, like even doing that, it's just fun because like now I'm like in control of like the different forms and stuff they get to do, and that just feels dope.
yeah, 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 man. So, any final thoughts on Demon Slayer, man? Oh no,
I
go ahead.
I my final thoughts is just like, dude, like anybody, like even if I know my friend is not a fan of anime, and but I know they love like action and just dope stuff. Like I tell anybody to watch this show. Like like the story is so great. Like, but like just Tanjiro alone, that is my marketing tool when I tell people about the show. Like, seriously, like it, dude. It's just such an incredible character. I've never seen a character quite like him. Somebody that just literally started out as like nothing. Like he wasn't anybody. He's not special. He's not anybody that's significant. He wasn't strong. He's not fast. He's not talented. But he made himself do so because he had to. He had to.
Save his sister,
Suddenly his
bro.
life was in that circumstance and he found a way.
Yeah,
There's nothing more inspiring than seeing that, especially for somebody that as soon as you look at him, you count him out.
yeah. No, I agree, bro. He does what he has to do to save his sister. That his that's his goal. That's his end game. To
Mhm.
save his sister. So the obstacles in the way he's gonna have to overcome, and he does overcome. So, bro, Demon Slayer, it's gonna be like one of the top three
It's a
animes,
10.
bro. One of the
It's
top
a 10
animes
out of
of like
10 this
all
season.
seven.
I said, I'm sorry. I was just quickly saying it's a 10 out of 10 this season.
No, no, I agree.
I figured you were
Same here.
getting to
10,
that.
10 out of 10, bro. 10 out of 10. This, bro. The next season, season 3, already been announced. the Swordsmith arc. So can't wait to see that. We're gonna see a couple other Hajiras. So can't wait. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Comment below what you think about season 2 of Demon Slayer. What you think about season 3 that's coming up. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Subscribe to our Instagram. See you later. Peace.
Peace.